Welcome, guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at more ways to insert events into list edit. Let's go. Welcome back, guys. So I think the last video we did, we talked about how you can actually work around list edit. We introduced you to list edit, and we made you to know some of the good side of the list edit, in which a lot of people usually like just kind of like ignore right now. They prefer to just work on the grid edit side. So people prefer to work here, but list edit actually makes some things a lot easier for you, and you're able to understand some things more and know how to manually, granularly dig deeper and to basically take control. That's the word, to take control of your production, better in list edit. So let's just go there. We talked about how you can basically just add events, delete them, and how you can rearrange or edit. So we're going to be showing you some of the other ways that you can use to add events, because we have, I think, about 3 methods. While we're doing it together, you'll see the differences between each of them, and then how you can apply them, the one you feel best works with you or for you, that you can actually just choose to deal with. So let's go back to the main. Let's leave that out. It's going to be immaterial, whatever it is we want to do here. All I just need is introducing a beat and then using the 16 level to just break it down on the screen, and then we'll go to list edit, and then we'll try to edit that. So let's go. Let me go to browse. I'll just go pick any drum works. We're not doing anything like I said, we're not making beat right about now. We're talking about how to use your device to maximize its potential, and that's what we're about here. We teach you the basic tips and tricks you need to know to be able to use your device better. That's the Akai MPC, whichever one you have. If you know how to use it better, and you know the tips and tricks, and it will be easier for you to make beats. It will be faster for you to make beats, and you're going to spend less time, and you're going to be able to achieve more, and you'll be happy with your production, because most of the time it's usually not about oh yes, I know, like this is what I have to do. It's more about knowing what you have to do. So if you actually have a concept in your head and you are not able to interpret it, because, or you are going through the longer route to interpret it, it might be boring and it might kind of like just be monotonous or waste your time. But if you understand how you can do it faster and how you can get it done easier, that's basically what we're about, and that is what will help you to become a better producer. Do you get? So, and that's just it. So now I think I've already loaded the song. Let's go back to the main. This is the list edit right here, and we talked about it last video. So if you also, you can just go to your menu. So you get from your main, go to your menu, click on list edit, or your shortcuts. You go straight to your list edit. As you can see right now, it's pretty much empty. There's nothing on it. So let's go back to the main. Let me just enable 16 level, and I use the tuning. Okay, before I do that, let me disable 16 level. This is the beat we're working with. Do you get? And I just want to pick one of the, let's say, pad. I need one that will be obvious when okay. I like pad 10. Because if you apply 16 level to pad 10, it'll be easier to differentiate. So do you get? So let's apply that. Then let's go ahead and just try something out on using the 120 BPM. It doesn't really matter. So let me reduce this further to maybe just 2. I don't need something much. I'll just punch through from beginning to the end, and let's see what we got. So record, play start. Okay, let's stop that. Now, if you go to your list, edit, this is what we have. And if you play, you're going to see this red button, like I said, that's going to move from 1 to the end of the room. I think we just did 7. So, right? So let's play. As you can see, it's just that simple. Now, with what we have here, I think the first method we talked about how you can insert is basically when you use the insert button, right? If you want to insert anything here, all you need to do is, let's say we want to insert something in between this number 5. Sorry, let me come back here. This number 5, the 5th event, and then the 6th event. We talked about, this one is on 360, so 840. We can still put something in between the two of them, maybe like around the 480 grid. So all I need to do is just click on insert. We'll select the second bar, and I want to do 480, right? Then I will change, because it's part 10 we were working on. So I'll take it to part 10, and that's 47. Then I'll say do it. Now you see, this is it, the 480 part 10, but it doesn't have any parameter now because I use insert, right? So this is where I'll now select tuning, and then I'll come here and select the value I want to give to it. So maybe if I choose 30, and then you can actually hear how it sounds when you play everything. It sounds very fast because it's actually closer. You get, it's closer to 360. So the same way the 7 is closer to 8. So that's just one method, right? Let's stop it. That's one method. We're going to take a look at the other 2 methods that you can use to actually insert, your event right here into the list event, and list edit. So that's just one of it. The second option will be to use an overdub, and when you use an overdub, maybe either with your system level on or your system level off. We're going to try it first with your system level off. That way, let's take this off, and then you see the difference in what that will give you and versus what you get like when you are using your system level enabled. Now, the first thing you do is, just when you're trying to use an overdub, just make sure your overdub is engaged, right? Okay, so let's just go ahead and insert something right about now using the overdub, right? Like I said, the overdub, when your overdub is engaged, you can use either with the system level and without the system level, and I'll show you the difference. We're currently working with part 10, right? So overdub is enabled, and then we'll just hit part 10. And where is it? Sorry, this is it. This is where is it? So it's here. What you need to note is the fact that the velocity is automatically at 127, like it's automatically at the peak, even without the full level being engaged. That is what you get when you use overdub and you just tap the pad directly. It gives you the highest velocity. Then you'll be able to select the mode type and then the value by yourself. So you could say maybe tuning, right? Maybe you want to give you another -30. If you are using the overdub without the system level engaged, you get, like I said earlier, your full velocity active. You be the one to specify the mode type and then the value. Let's see what happens if you enable overdub and you enable system level for for the part 10. Right now it assumes everything is on part 10, right? So let's just tap some few buttons. Sorry, few parts, right? One is already added. I had to do that so that I'll show you something. Now, that's done, right? Let's take off overdub. The 4 that was actually added, this is one of them, 124. This is another 122, 48, and then there's a 127. Now, you can see the tuning is already in effect. The velocity is already in effect. Yeah, the tuning is there. We give you the tuning because you're on system level. It gives you the value of the pad you pressed, and then it also gives you the velocity exactly how you pressed it. That's just the difference when you enable your system level and then when you do not enable system level when you are trying to insert using your overdub. in your list edit. And that now will to advise you to know when to use your system level enabled if you want to actually work in your list edit, or when not to use your system level. This is still editable, don't get me wrong. You can still edit it here. You can still, oh, let me take it down, let me bring it up. But for a faster work, if you know you need full level, then there's no point trying to, put the load it using the insert method that will still ask you to start putting in the value of maybe any of these things. But it is better to just go, overdub and start hitting your pads, and that will give you full velocity. Or you should want to enable full velocity, fine. And if you know you basically just need it to bounce the way it's being nudged, like the way you're actually being, you're tapping the pads, then fine. Enable your system level and you can actually get the exact sound, the way you're pressing it, and the velocity, exactly what you're pressing, velocity, tune style, and how you're pressing it. That's what we send it to. Send it straight to the list event, and you'll be able to actually do your own work from here and then take it up from here. So that'll be all for now on the list event and how you can add. These are just like basically other methods, other ways of adding events to your list edit and edit directly from here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you in the next one.